So thank you all for joining us today. We're really so thankful that Jason could join us and to talk a little bit about, firstly, I guess, COVID. What is it? Why is it? But also vaccination as well.
I was talking to Shaun last week, and we we're just sort of talking about sort of this opportunity, and he's obviously clearly just retired from AFL footy, and I sort of asked him in just simple terms, as we do in the community, like, are you vaccinated? If so, why? And if not, why? And Shaun was just very clear in terms of the science, the evidence, the information that is out there. And only last, I think it was Thursday or Friday, he was in at the Victorian Aboriginal Health Service and had his 2 eligible children also vaccinated. And it was that broader message around obligation to not only, his own immediate family, but, the broad Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander community. What do you sort of anticipate the next 6 to 12 months to look like in terms of, vaccinations, education, information, etc.?
Yeah, look, the focus for everyone at the moment is getting those vaccination numbers up. In terms of the best thing that you can do for your health and the health of your family in the next few months is get vaccinated and support the people around you to get vaccinated, because we've seen what COVID can do to First Nations people across the world. We can stop it from happening through vaccination. So, the focus is going to be about just getting as high as we can. My boss, Pat Turner, is pretty adamant. We're going for 100%, because what we're seeing around the world is that once you let COVID rip, once you've met certain targets, it becomes a pandemic of the unvaccinated. And so, that's what's filling up the hospitals. That's the people that are dying internationally, they're the unvaccinated. So, we want everyone to be as vaccinated as possible.
What are some of the tips? Where do we point people to? What language do we use that you've seen working in different communities?
Well, for me personally, I've stayed clear from the social media stuff. There's a lot of people out there promoting mistruth. So there's a lot of people out there scared of what's going on. So I've stayed clear of that. I've listened to the doctors and the medical experts who are giving advice around this, and they're the ones who have a lot of history and a lot of a lot of knowledge and combined knowledge across the world, not only just here in Australia.
A lot of the percentage of our community is still working through the information, and we need to demystify it. And for some of us who have a role within our families to role model doing the right thing. I mean, I've got one of my older kids, 3 of the older ones, fine. As soon as they were eligible, they were in there. Another one, it's taken me 3 months to work through the benefits and the risks and so forth. But equally, my mum, who's 83, she's only just decided to get vaccinated because of the apprehension around the blood clotting.
The big thing is that, if you are protected by the vaccine, you're much less likely to have COVID when you're interacting with your family members. But even if you do get it, it actually decreases the amount of virus that in your respiratory tract. And so you're less likely to spread COVID onto your family members. We all have people in our families that have chronic illnesses for whom we really don't want to be giving COVID to. And the vaccine is just an amazing way to protect them as well as yourself.
Get the information and really be clear about your choice. Whether you make it or not, there is a consequence that comes with that choice.
We have a very strong safety message across the business. And, it is part of just the safety of coming to work, and getting vaccinated is really important, I think, for all of us, not only for our team members who we work with, our customers, but, the broader community. And we do talk about all the work we do in the community. And I always say this is just that one extra thing we can actually do to support our communities as well. We're looking forward, I guess, to a time where we don't spend our days opening, closing stores, deep cleaning. A number of our team who have been in, working remotely from home or working in different environments. And it's not just the physical aspects of COVID anymore, it's the mental aspects that we're seeing, that mental health, the impact which is a huge issue, and it won't go away soon. And I think, you know, that's the silent part of COVID that isn't talked about enough. And, you know, if we can get vaccinated, if we can get out and into the community and connecting with our friends, our colleagues, our loved ones, that's such a big part of life. And to me, you know, that's part of it as well. That's really important.
But just any last sort of points or sort of comments of encouragement?
Yeah, well, for me, I want to be healthy. I want my wife to be healthy. I want my kids to be healthy, obviously. And that's the first and foremost thing. We always talk about ranking things, you know, family, sport, or family, work in those orders. But the number one is your health. And the best thing we can do is obviously stay as fit and strong as possible. And the vaccination is obviously going to help us stay healthy. And then the other thing is, I wouldn't want to pass this on to someone who has an underlying health issue and cause serious damage to someone within my family or in the community, because potentially you could carry a whole lot of guilt